Okay, here we go then. Right, introducing on my show today, I'm pleased to be joined by James from JD Days, who has a festival of a collection of songs he wishes to share with you and talk about on my programme. Welcome to my show, JD Days. How's life treating you?
Well, it's great. I mean, with the Christmas nearly here, obviously depending on when this is aired, everything's going nicely with the build up, really, and looking forward to another fantastic Christmas.
Great. Can you just tell me and my listener about, your earliest musical memories and when you kind of got into songwriting in a nutshell?
Well, it was when I was in school. Really, I really liked music, and I would write songs at home and just make melodies. But and then obviously as I've gotten older, I've been able to get into playing it live and meeting people in the music industry. And now I'm here, and hopefully where we can use this as a real good platform to demonstrate the lyrical and the musical talents that we have.
That's nice. And JD Days, is that your stage name?
Yeah. So that's a good question, and so we're sort of known as JD Days. It's kind of universally used as as who we are, and it seems to work quite well. People seem to remember it. It's got a sort of catchy ring to it.
And how many people are in your collective?
Well, at the moment, there's anywhere between 5 and 8 people that are continually playing when we play at the venues or playing on the records.
And with your new release as well, the Christmas Anthology features like Christmas songs, plus some just normal tracks as well.
Yeah,
Let's go through them. I've had to listen to Evergreen, which is track number two,
yeah,
and describe it as a little bit dreamy in places.
yeah. It is. I mean, with the Evergreen and Evergreen Christmas, it sort of ties in, and lyrically, it's very easy to just sit back and relate to many different situations that one might in have encountered or currently be encountering, um, with the mood of actually sort of some sort of a loving feeling one might have for another person or people, um, and interestingly, it works for Christmas. So I don't give too much away, but when people listen to it, if they hear this interview and they haven't, then they'd see perhaps what I mean.
And speaking of like romance this time of year, mistletoe as well, kissing under the mistletoe people do.
Yeah,
I'm not sure.
exactly,
I'm not sure people do it as often as they used to. It's like an old tradition, but
exactly.
I presume they do. But the opening track on your Christmas anthology, Mistletoe, can you elaborate more on this record?
Yeah, well, it's a 10 song musical we've created, and the order of the songs was something that we didn't choose until right at the end. But the song itself, Mistletoe, is actually a cover version of something that Justin Bieber and some other songwriters put forward, and then we've made it our own version of it. Haven't changed the lyrics and the composition, but obviously we're different people and different musicians, and it sounds different from theirs. And hope that we can do it as justice by being a Christmas cover song on our album. But yeah, no, it's a great song, and it's kind of like the starter to open up the other nine on there, and then the final one is a bonus instrumental for the anthology, the 10 track anthology we've got married in with the 3D sort of animated musical.
And you've got some covers on there and some originals.
Yeah, we've chosen to do 6 originals and 4 covers, and the other three would be well-known songs. So more so the "All You Need Is Love" and "Happy Christmas" by John Lennon and the Beatles, and then you've got the "Shape of My Heart," which was a Sting song, and so then we've got our six originals. So it works quite well, and we're pretty happy with how it sounds and how it sort of sets the mood throughout sort of the journey. As I say, it's combined with this 3D animated Christmas musical anthology, which people can see on YouTube too.
I mentioned in the Beatles as well, John Lennon. The penultimate track on the album is All You Need Is Love,
That's
something the
right.
world needs more of at this moment in time. Were you
Yeah.
sport for choice when you were deciding on a Beatles song to cover because there's so many?
No, because for the Christmas album itself, they haven't done too many Christmas songs. In fact, there aren't. I don't know that there would be many. There aren't many Christmas songs that the Beatles have ever made. I think they stayed away from it or whatever. It was only actually the John Lennon one, which was a specific one. And the All You Need Is Love is just a great song that fits. It fits so nicely on the album because it's such a good family and sort of the feeling that people want and need at Christmas of togetherness. It's sort of like is a sort of a glue that sort of definitively sort of gels all of the other songs and emotions together in almost one sort of finale, being that that's the number 10 last final song before the instrumental comes on.
Hmm. The only kind of nearest Beatles song that springs to mind, which is kind of like festive, is Norwegian Wood, spruces and
Yeah, of
green,
course, you're
maybe this
quite
time
right.
of year. And
Yeah.
with All You Need Is Love, have you managed to play that to a crowd yet? And have they sung along to it?
Well, we like to play it. We don't overdo that, but it's such a great song, and we choose the time. So we recently performed at the Golden Time Talent Awards as a special guest, and we ended the festivals. It's a 3 day event in June earlier in the Shore Theatre, and we had up to 1,000 people that crammed in there, joining us either on the stage or standing up in the audience and singing along, which was great for the size of the venue to have so many people sort of getting in and singing along at the end, which on again on YouTube we post pretty much most things. People will find us, and you'll be able to see the video, and you'll be able to share that atmosphere, and hopefully we'll be able to do it at bigger venues.
Look forward to watching that. So let's have one more track we can touch on. Here Comes Santa as well. I know that's been covered many times, but it's a jolly song. Can you tell me more about this effort?
Well, this one is a completely different. It is an original, and it is absolutely set aside as our original song, which is just titled, which is maybe confusing and understandable, but it is not a cover song. It's an original "Here Comes Santa" song, a completely different one from anyone's ever heard. Different lyrics, different chords, different melodies, and wasn't made with any intention of being a cover of another. It's what I would say "Here Comes Santa" and how I'd describe it would be.
Your sounds as well have been described as cinematic. You mentioned you hinted at some video releases as well.
Yeah.
Can people check these out, to
Oh.
preview?
Well, absolutely, and I think it would be a great thing when they see it, and if they're doing anything like putting the Christmas tree up or getting things ready for the Christmas wrapping up presents, and even Christmas Day. It's a universal. There's a 22 minute sort of the original only version with the JD Days only originals with the Pixar type to give it's not it's a three D animated. Um, and then there's the full length one, which is exactly the same as the released album, available on all downloads, which is the 10 track, and that will have the order that the 10 track album's on. We're starting with Mistletoe and then moving to end with All We Need Is Love, and it has the four cover songs on with that. So there's a longer version and the shortened version,
Let's
and
touch
both
on
can
the
be watched.
That's good. Let's touch on the artwork with
Yeah,
I love like looking at artwork, whether it's on vinyl or just like a thumbnail on the MP3. You're listening while you're streaming. So
yeah,
it shows like several people smiling. Of course, Santa's
yeah.
smiling with a wreath and a mini Xmas tree in the background. Did you have any creative input on that side of things?
Well, everything that anyone would ever see to do with JD Days on social media and distribution of music would the behind it all of human beings, the human element. So the direction of it, everything and how everything is as we want it to be. So the album cover for the anthology having a multicultural, if you were looking at it, ethos there is purely where we're from in Croydon. It's just like that. It's a great multicultural place where people of from all parts of the world come and they sort of gel together. They get on harmoniously, and it's a reflection of the sort of people that we have as friends we interact with. It's a universal sort of thing, and it was just naturally made that way, really. Um, and it's the sort of thing that we'd like to see in future albums and future artwork and future movies that we do, is to reflect how the great multicultural network of people in the country gel together in harmony.
Embracing diversity then.
Exactly, yes,
Yeah.
that's correct.
A couple more to go. A lot of independent artists are choosing to release EPs or albums. Do you feel this is a way forward for people?
Well, it's not for me to say, but I do understand. If I'm to answer the question, yes, I guess it is. But then I'm not an expert on how algorithms work and all of the new platforms which give people opportunities to put out their music. I think Spotify has been one of the forefront runners with the ability for people that would be relatively, for want of a better word, unknown, to be able to be found. And I think anything and doing anything, as long as it's a good quality, is important. Just putting it out there. You can go online, you can find all the places where you can submit music, and also having, if you can, a great PR agency, like quite great, like we've got, and other people.
Yeah, because I know Lisa Davies
Lisa Davies
promotions
promotions are fantastic.
giving you a helping hand at the
Yeah,
moment.
absolutely exemplary. Yeah.
That's good to hear. What's the feeling like when you hear your songs being played back on the radio or like you have been
It,
given
it
feedback?
it's like well, it's just like sort of like having your results read at GCSEs, and you want to get a grade to go to music school or something, and you suddenly can hear your name being read out, and you go up and you go and tell all your family, and they sit down and you sort of like let them read it, and you see the wonder. It's sort of sit back. It's great to hear music on the radio that you've played, and a musician would understand, because from putting lyrics to a song and putting music then with it, and then going to a studio and mixing and mastering, there's such a lot behind it. And then even with this, as I say, I don't want to drown it out, but it is in combination with a sort of mini musical. And it's just so nice to actually sit down actually and just listen and to watch it, and enjoy a mince pie and a bit of mulled wine, and just relax and see, well, that's actually very good. I could listen to that. If it wasn't mine, I'd listen to it.
Can't be a mince pie. Yes, you're right. And final question, where's best for people to follow you on social media, say?
Well, I reckon Instagram's a good one if you like Instagram. So it's JD Days Productions. Same on TikTok and on YouTube. If you want to see every single thing, from some of the back behind the scenes, some little clips of the shorts of live, and the whole anthology movie, either the original only, it's JD Days Productions YouTube channel. And you'll see as well
Yeah.
the announcements of where we'll be performing, especially during the summer, and the new projects coming out.
Great. Well, we'll wait till that comes round. So yes, James from JD Days, the collective. Thanks for joining me on today's show. That's everything I wanted to ask for you today, and that was yeah, special guest today, JD
Thank you so much.
James.
Have a
You're
good
welcome.
Christmas.
Merry Christmas.